All right, I'm gonna do a review of my Wr250r. It's a 2017. I've also owned a 2012. They seem to be completely identical. Stickers are different. Hey, doggy. There's plenty of reviews. I guess I'll start with what I don't like about this motorcycle. It's my second one, so clearly I thought it was good enough to buy two of them. The factory taillight, turn signals, and tag holder are awful. They're huge, in the way, easy to fix. Just take it off. You can buy cheap aftermarket brake lights. It's no big deal. The seat height is atrocious. I'm 6'1". I cannot flat foot the bike in factory setup, which if you're going to be doing motocross jumps, I guess are good, but you know, it's insane. The factory exhaust sounds terrible. It's loud. You would think a 250 with a muffler that size would be really quiet. It's not. But not only is it not quiet, it just sounds shitty. So that's something that you should change. Gauge cluster, decent, very, very simple. Hell, I don't have the key in it. It shows trip, miles, fuel light. That's about it. As far as power, it's fine. If you're going to be doing a lot of off-road riding, definitely gear it down. The stock configuration, a bit high for anything other than trail riding. If you get into any kind of real dirt bike territory, it seems like it's geared really high. I've kept mine factory because I live in Atlanta and I'm on the interstate at 80 all the time, much more than I'd like to be off-road riding. Top speed, I've had this bike 94.9 miles an hour on a GPS. That was by myself. Every single mile per hour I could get out of it, just seeing how fast I could go, probably downhill a little. Most of the time it's going to be 85-ish, but it does not have a problem whatsoever at maintaining highway speeds for ever how long you want to maintain them. The suspension is very good. If you're coming from a dirt bike, you're going to feel like maybe it's not, because do not mistake this for a dirt bike. It is a dual sport bike. And you know it immediately compared to any kind of modern dirt bike. It can do some very good trails, wheelies, jumps, but you know, it's just got way more weight than a 250, especially like a KX 250 or some kind of two-stroke. It's almost 300 pounds, and you do know it when you're off-road. The fuel mileage is very, very good, like you would expect. 60 is not a problem, 60 miles to a gallon, and that's treating it, you know, like I treat it. I ride the fuck out of it, hold it wide open for hours on end. No problems whatsoever with this one or my older one I had. This one has about 6,000 miles on it so far. The other one had maybe double that. Anything above 80, the front end wobbles. Probably the tires. I'm sure if you put less aggressive tires on it, these are still the factory tires at 6,000, so they're getting pretty worn out. Definitely got a death wobble at 80 plus miles an hour. Fuel tank's small, roughly 100 miles, and your fuel light's going to come on. You got 20 or so more before it's time to walk to a gas station. One other thing I hate about the bike is $6,500 and no skid plate. No, that's another $100. I should buy one before I bust the engine on this. But it does not come with a factory skid plate whatsoever. These little plastic guards, which I guess do something, but you know, I'd rather bust this case than the center, that's for sure. So if you're thinking of buying one of these and wonder if you can ride it on the highway, you can. If you're thinking about buying one of these because you love dirt bikes and are tired of riding them to the trails, you can, but just know it is not a dirt bike. Fifth and sixth gear on it are definitely overdrive gears. You will never use them off-road. They are very high gears, which allows this thing to, you know, get upper 80s, 90 miles an hour. So any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Just put in the comments, because people ask me all the time, hey, you know, will that maintain highway speeds? Absolutely. I live in Atlanta. I'm going to ride it with a passenger this weekend to Greenville, South Carolina, and you know, no issues. I'm sure there won't be. I've ridden it to Kentucky before, and just let me know. Thanks.